Today I'm going to be comparing two budget headphones that I just got off the store. Very cheap, $30 each. The first one is the Sony MDR ZX110AP, what a mouthful. I've been using the Sony MDR series headphones for 2 decades or slightly more than that since I was a teenager. And the other pair of headphones are these Audio-Technica ATH-S120C headphones. So these are more modern design in the sense that the connection is just a standard USB-C. So you'll need to use a device that accepts a USB-C connection, and more often than not, your laptop, mobile phone and tablet is likely going to be accepting a USB-C input. Not always. And then you've got the more traditional 3.5mm headphone plug for the Sony MDR ZX110AP. And if you need to connect these headphones to a device that doesn't have the 3.5mm headphone plug, then you'll need to use a 3.5mm headphone plug converter. They'll convert that to USB-C. So the other thing I wanted to test these headphones on is whether or not I can use these modern headphones with a microphone input to record audio for vlogging. So the audio that you're listening to right now is being recorded into the ATH-S120C. And after I talk about these Sony headphones for a bit, I'm going to switch them around so that you can listen to the microphone of the Sony MDR ZX110AP. And we'll do a little bit of comparison. I also have a control microphone. What's out of frame, and I'll show it to you in a short bit, is a shotgun microphone that I have also pointed at me right now. And we'll do a bit of comparison between a shotgun microphone and these budget microphones. I have a feeling the results might surprise you. For example, if I run the audio and it's a little bit noisy, if I run it through some noise cancellation and push up the gain, would that be comparable to a dedicated shotgun microphone? I'm not sure. Let's listen to the results. So the Sony MDR ZX110AP, these headphones, they feel very cheap. The plastic is lighter, they feel cheaper, but they only cost $30. The headphone pads are also of the softer design, the kind of design that if you use your fingernails and you pinch them a little bit hard, they'll very likely tear easily. So that's about the design. The sound quality of the Sony MDR ZX110AP is reasonably okay. Fantastic for watching movies, listening to music at home. I do find that the sound is less intact. The bleed from these headphones is not too bad because of the closed back design, but the sound just feels like it's less contained within the ears when you put them on. In comparison, the ATH-S120C, the sound feels a lot more robust and contained, although I do find that it bleeds a little bit, just slightly more than these Sony MDR headphones. The Sony MDR headphones are also foldable in their design, so you can actually fold them like this, right? So you can put them into your backpack. Right, so the profile will be smaller once these headphones are folded. The microphone only has one button, which will allow you to start, stop, forward a track, or go backwards a track, and that's about it. There's no volume control on the Sony MDR ZX110AP. That's enough for the Sony MDR ZX110AP. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about the ATH-S120C by Audio-Technica, but I want you to listen to the sound from the microphone of the Sony MDR headset. So I've been recording into Apple's Logic Pro. Let me just stop that. Okay, and now you're listening to the microphone coming out of the Sony MDR ZX110AP headphones. All right, so these are the Audio-Technica headphones, and the plastic is a lot more robust. However, the headphones, they don't fold to a smaller profile. Right, but it's not too bad. You can still chuck it into your backpack like this. And for me, one of the major design differences that attracts me more to the Audio-Technica headphones are the headphone pads. So the headphone pads are the thicker variety, and even with effort using your fingernails, you won't be able to peel off the outer protective layer of these headphone pads, which is fantastic. That's what I really like in comparison to the Sony headphones. So you can't really tell this at the store if they don't have a display set. You can only tell tell after you've bought the headphones, and that's when you find out that the headphone pads for the Audio-Technica headphones are a lot better than the Sony headphones. Also, the Audio-Technica microphone has a volume rocker on top of a stop-start switch, which will also allow you to go forward a track and go backwards by a track. I also find that the audio quality from the Audio-Technica S120C headset, the C stands for USB-C. I also find that the quality of the audio is pretty good. So I did record a vlog completely using the Audio-Technica microphone, and I was recording it outdoors at a cafe, and I'll leave a link to that video at the end of this one. The video in the link will be a video that's recorded outdoors, and I ran that recording through some noise cancellation. The sound quality of the Audio-Technica headset, to me, is a lot truer, whereas the Sony headset has exaggerated bass frequency response. Whilst this one is a cleaner sound, it gives me a lot more mid-frequency and high-frequency response. I feel that the audio quality is truer to the intention of what a music producer might have intended for a music track. In other words, I would find this headset a lot more reliable if you're recording music and need to monitor the music, or you're editing a video and you are listening to the audio and you want to have a truer representation of what's been recorded into your microphone. So in conclusion, between these two headsets, I would recommend the Audio-Technica headset. I think it'll be more long-lasting also because of the headphone pads. The microphone is a lot more trustworthy, the audio response is a lot more trustworthy. The Sony headset is pretty good if you want it to be foldable and more portable, but at the end of the day, when it comes to audio fidelity, for the price that you're paying for, either of these headsets will be okay, but I'm still leaning more towards recommending the Audio-Technica S120C. So for the control, I'm using this Audio-Technica shotgun microphone. It's the Audio-Technica AT-1313, I think. I hope this video helps if you're deciding between these two headphones, the Sony MDR ZX110AP and the Audio-Technica ATH-S120C. I'll see you in the next video. Signing out.